Alright, Bacon players, so we're just going to be covering some routing options and how I go about my BRC Okizeme routing as well. This is just for this patch of Good Gear's Drive, and as we all know, there's going to be some new stuff coming out soon, so this might be subject to change. Anyways, ladder routing or double jump routing. This is going to be your common go-to mid-screen whenever you use FRC. And 3 steps to accomplishing this is making sure you're getting a normal jump on your YoJohnson. So either buffer the jump first from a jump cancelable normal, or you hold down for quite a while and then you do your TK YoJohnson input and that will get you a normal jump. Other than that, on the RC you're going to want to be drifting forward before the fast cancel, and on the double jump you're going to want to be jumping forward as well. So those 3 things should help you out with getting this routing. And like anything, it will take some practice. First Leo and versus Happy Chaos, you're going to be having to use JS, as you may have saw previously with Leo. They just have weird hurt boxes. It's kind of unfortunate, but you know, that's just how things are. And lastly, you're going to see Potemkin coming up here, and the ladder routing is unfortunately not available versus Potemkin. He's a little too heavy, a little too low to the ground, and yeah, you're just going to have to go with a simpler combo, a little less damage, but it is what it is. Hey, so once we're in the corner, we do have 2 different routings we can go for. The first one here is the Tether routing, and that's just going to be close slash 5H, close slash 6H Tatami, and then there's 2 separate enders you'll go for. There's close slash 5H again for wall splat, or there's 2K 6H. 2K 6H you'll do on Leo and any other character, and then close slash 5H ender is for Potemkin, Gold Lewis, and Nago Yuki. You can also do this routing from PRC. PRC makes confirming the situation a lot better so that you can keep pressure in the event of a block, but PRC is also a lot weaker to first because of tension penalty. Versus Nago Yuki, when you FRC down, you're going to want to use JK and then 5H. Otherwise, you can just kind of mash the H button. So there's that. For the second routing, you're going to do JD into these JD loops here. This is actually universal across the cast, but if you want to make things easier for you on Heavies, after the Tatami, you can do 5K to prop up the opponent a little higher and do as shown. So BRC, right? You guys might have seen me doing this a lot lately, and it's quite strong. There's 3 different places to set it up. From safejump Tatami, as you saw, from a block close slash by jumping and then doing the BRC during the jump startup, and same idea from 5K. So the big reason why you want to do BRC in the first place, there's 2 actually. Staying in frame advantage if your mix-up is blocked is 1, and the other is to scout out YRC. So from here on out, you'll just see the different routings you can do depending on screen position from in BRC overhead, BRC YoJohnson. And when we get to the corner, we can actually get into the S-tether. Yes, as you can see there, the tether routing at the wall. So it's huge payoff when we get to the corner with this situation. Just a quick note, when you're doing the tether routing by the corner, you do want to avoid doing 3 5Hs, because that third 5H will wall splat and you'll get the really unfortunate Tatami break as you see there. So that's why you see me opt for 6H Tatami near the end. The Tatami will wall splat, but it will wall splat high enough so that you don't get that second hit break, and then you can end with whatever you need to do, whether it's super, 6H, 5D. And versus lightweights, thankfully, we get to eke in a 2K 6H for a little bit more damage, and a good situation for wall splat here. So another note for stabilizing these tether routes, when you're doing the BRC forward and you're going into TK YoJohnson, you actually want to be holding down. As you'll see on this freeze frame, I'm holding down during the drift forward. This will ensure that my TK YoJohnson is a normal jump, and the height and everything afterwards makes sure that I don't get that weird cross up, and you can combo your mids and lightweights just fine. So from here on out, it's actually just going to be our low variations before the end of the video. On Heavies, if you want your Kabari knockdown, you're going to do this 5K, 6K loop stuff. I do recommend practicing it. It can be pretty rough. Hopefully he's a little easier on us post 610. Otherwise, you can squeeze out a bit of extra damage, but I don't really recommend it. Oki's pretty bad. It's just 2K, 6K. Thankfully, on Mids&Lights, you're just going to be able to do this full-on tether string right into the Kabari knockdown. No worries. get safe jump and all. Pretty helpful. And then in the corner, we get our full wall bounce tether stuff. Versus Heavies, you can do close slash 6H to wall splat. And then once we get to Mids and Lights, you can do 2K 6H after the Tatami to wall splat. So yeah, this, generally speaking, these are the routes I go for. Hopefully this video has been of help. From here on, it's just some demonstrations to show versus the different weights, and also to show you that the combo still works even after throw wall damage. And once we get to the end of the video, actually, I just have one final thing. If you do want to let the full 2D rock, just because, you know, two hits of 2D is a little harder to block than one hit of 2D, just in case your timing's off during the mix for the high-low. There is a combo you can do there, but unfortunately, the 2D 2-hit combo is not too great versus wall damage already. But, you know, otherwise, it's pretty good. So yeah, hope I've been of help today, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comments. Thanks for watching.